this is cool.
Wow.
What happened to the walls?
More like what happened to this whole place.
This must have been where they met.
So, where are they then?
Gabriel said that once we find the temple, the amulet would lead us to the Order of the Stone.
Well, what are you waiting for? Pull it out then.
Is it Wi-Fi enabled? Does it have GPS? Looks like a snowflake.
Is something supposed to happen?
Well, that was a letdown.
There's gotta be something missing. Look around and
Just
see
like
if you can
my
find
love
anything.
life. Alright. Well, welcome back everyone. This is Simquill. This is actually a new recording, and my kitty cat is doing exactly what she did during the last recording of this back in 2015. So I'm gonna go let her out so she doesn't puke on this one, and no, she didn't puke on my last recording. But the game itself was messed up so much that I had to restart this bit. Anyway, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. So let's alright, who is everybody now? This is Axel. How do I check my inventory? Is that it? Is that everything I have in my inventory? That's sad.
What you looking at?
Nothing. Whatever.
Axel?
I was just trying to figure out where Petra might be. I mean, I know she's gonna be fine, but I was just curious.
We're gonna find her.
It is so nice that they show such concern for a person they've spoken to 5 times, and that he thinks he can figure out where she'll be just by looking at a map and having 0 reference points or input from her. Just like, maybe she's in the desert.
The entire world. This is way nicer than the one at Endercon.
And I bet it's out of date.
Find anything interesting in that book?
The only thing I've found so far is that the amulet was used to track the positions of the members of the Order.
And does it mention how?
It's less technical and, well, more historical.
Like you're dead. Okay. Yes, that's where we preach the sermons.
It's the same as the amulet.
Yes, thank you. Now I can melt my giant snowflake.
We're in the Temple of the Order of the Stone. The Order's actual temple. Who'd have thought it, huh? A bunch of small-towners like us wrapped up in an adventure like this.
Yeah, pretty insane. I just hope we all come out the other side in one piece.
I know someone who's getting toasted.
Hey, Ruben. Find any clues?
I have no opposable thumbs for which to help with this clue gathering. Right. I also forgot how to actually move around. Quick, jump! Jump from the ledge! Ah. It's a good thing there aren't any spiders. So, like, do they just... Is it like The Apprentice? They all sit in their fancy chairs. They just throw the switches on somebody they like. I suppose I should have been paying attention. Not you two. You can't go outside as well. Let me do this in the most inefficient way possible. So did this actually do anything? I wasn't really watching. Okay, so that gets the middle one. That gets those 2. It's the bottom 3. Yeah,
It's
friends.
absolutely incredible.
There you go.
How did they build this? Okay, now I'm impressed.
What do you think the colors mean?
The different colors represent the different members.
It's the Order. It's showing where they are right now.
Look, we don't know enough about how this thing works. Maybe the amulet only tracks them when they're on the surface. Or maybe it doesn't work when they're in the Nether. We have to go off what we do know.
They are Santa Claus when combined.
Petra's relying on us. That Witherstorm is still out there. We know that Gabriel was trying to tell us something. We've got to find the Order of the Stone.
But there are only 2 lights. There are only 2 members of the Order left?
He said Soren was missing.
That leaves Magnus.
Or Ellegard.
Let's head out.
I'm not going with you guys. I have to stay here.
I'm
If I
afraid
know
of
Petra,
heights.
she's probably doing everything she can to find this place. She's still out there. She has to be.
But we might need your help out there. You should come with us.
No. You don't need me. This is where I should be. If there's even a small chance she's alive, I have to stay. Go. Get help. I'm gonna focus on making this place safe before nightfall. This temple is pretty big, though. If we're gonna have a chance at fortifying it, I'm gonna need some help. If, maybe one of you guys can hang back with me?
Sounds like Olivia will have you totally covered while me and Jesse are out finding Magnus.
Finding Magnus? You really think that's how it's going to go? We need Ellegard. She's the world's greatest engineer. She'll figure out a way to stop that thing.
We're trying to destroy it. And when it comes to destruction, Magnus is the master. You're a smart person, Jesse. And obviously, the smart thing to do is to go get Magnus.
I think Axel meant Ellegard there, Jesse.
I think you guys are
No.
making a great deal
I
of
don't think I
assumptions about
did.
colors.
Pretty sure Axel meant Magnus.
Jesse, the point is you should
Oh
be
my
going to
God,
Ellegard.
shut up.
It's the clear choice to make.
Shut up.
You've got to
Shut
come
up.
with me.
You're my
shut,
best friend,
shut up.
Jesse.
Let me
You
make
and
my
me.
choice.
Like always.
Let me make
Think
my
about it,
choice.
Jesse.
This is more of a gut call.
We
Let
need to
me make
sure we
my
get this right.
choice.
Get ready to roll, Axel. We're gonna go find Magnus.
Let's do this.
Olivia, you stay here with Lucas and get the place ready for when Petra comes back, okay?
Fine, but I'm only doing this for Petra.
I'll take it.
Guys?
Cthulhu! You've come to save me! Next thing
Jesse and Axel return to the Nether, intent on finding Magnus, the rogue, and find
Oh.
themselves in
I
a
thought
kingdom of
Magnus
chaos,
was the mage.
full of dangerous people with poor impulse control and some deadly hobbies. While the great storm grows, consuming everything in its wake, time is running out for our intrepid heroes.
I always had a little bit of a problem with the word intrepid because it just means adventurous or fearless. And it's often used to mean something else, like these guys try real hard. No, they don't. Not these characters. They're doing the absolute basic minimum. And quite frankly, I hate them. I hate all of the characters in this game so far. I was supposed to pay attention to this. Don't care. So, my take on all of this, since I seriously took 3 years just to finish this episode. Obviously, it was not a huge impression maker on me. If anything, I am super annoyed with the majority of the characters. I hate that expression that they make with the one eyebrow lifted and they're half smiling, and that's just I'm a troublemaker and other words that I can't say and keep myself at a G rating sort of person. I'm a brown noser. There, that's close enough. I realize that this is a game meant for kids, and it's supposed to be teaching kids about tolerance and working with your friends and whatnot. But the choices that you have are not good choices. I noticed this whenever I was watching a replay of Telltale's Tales from the Borderlands. One of the options there is that you can romance Fiona. And I'm just sitting there and I'm watching their interactions and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, it's a good dynamic for a story, but it's a terrible dynamic for a relationship. You do not treat people that you are having relationships with, like actual long-term relationships, like that. And I'm seeing much of the same interactions here between Jesse, Lucas, the other girl, and then the other guy, who I obviously remember so well. Sidekick boy and sidekick girl. And I'm really annoyed that I went with the pale-skinned, dark-haired girl instead of going with what I normally go with, which is the dark-skinned, dark-haired girl. Because it makes a huge difference in the connotations of these interactions. Or at least it does to me. But then again, I might just be hypersensitive about it. I don't know. I'm also annoyed that I have a pig. I think that part of my annoyance in that regard is that whenever I began this recording, my little pig dog was still alive. And in the year after I gave up recording this because of all of the problems, she passed. And so I'm watching this now, and every time I see Ruben, and in some of the areas of the recording, you can actually hear her in the background, whining and jiggling her little collar, wanting to get up or get down or to cuddle. And it's bittersweet. So that's what I think, and I'm going to continue playing this because I do want to know what happens. I do love Minecraft, and I'm sorry, Mark Neal, and yeah, I'm sorry for your memory, but I just don't get the impression I'm going to like this one. That's okay. I don't have to like every video game I play. See you guys next time.